Oh, sorry. I was in the bathroom. Okay, let's get started. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to loading screen. Okay. Oh. Doesn't she seem a bit uneasy? Like she might fall over at any moment?
Come on.
It isn't like that. Excuse me. Is something wrong? You seem upset. Huh? Who are you? I'm kind of a detective. A detective? I see.
Well?
So, is something wrong? Well, actually, I've run away from home. And I'm at a loss about what to do next. It smells like a case. Let's hear her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. I should avoid getting involved, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I just left it alone.
Well?
Could you give me some more details? Well, I'm the daughter of a merchant who does business throughout Kane Ward. Due to family circumstances, it was decided that I would have an arranged marriage. Thinking of what's best for my family, I should accept the proposal. But my suitor is an awful person. I heard it with my own ears. He said he was only using my father. Huh? Then why not talk to your father about it? There's nothing I can do without proof. Besides, my father is very keen on him. When I told my father I didn't want to get married, he yelled at me and said I shouldn't cause trouble.
I see.
So that's why you ran away from home.
Aww.
No.
We can't do that. Having to marry an evil man sounds terrible. Leaving home has given me some time to think. I want to try talking to my father. But if I went back now, I don't think we could have a civil conversation. I'm terribly sorry to ask, but could you take this letter to my father for me? I'll reward you for your trouble. With what, XP? We can't just leave her like this. Stepping over every woman he meets and making their wishes come true. It's not like that.
All right.
Okay, I'll help you. Thank you so much. My father should be in front of Kanai Station around now. Be a good idea to ask what he looks like, right? The station is a busy place after all.
That's true.
What exactly does your father look like? Should be wearing a suit, navy blue from head to toe. His favorite.
I see.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Alright, let's go do that real quick. The station at oh. Hmm. I like how we're on a time limit and I'm doing this. And he said a suit, but I really doubt that's him. I think she would have said uniform. Yeah, that's probably him. Oh! A completely navy blue suit. Must be the merchant that got this. Oh, whoops. Man with him, the client's suitor? I bet he is. He even looks evil.
No.
I can't tell just from appearances. Anyway, let's try talking with him. Excuse me. Who are you? If you don't mind, we're in the middle of an important conversation. I have a letter from your daughter. What did you say? You know my daughter's whereabouts?
Well?
Yes, but would you please read the letter first? You're not actually listening to this guy, are you, sir? I'll see for myself. This is without a doubt her handwriting. There must be some kind of mistake. I would never mistake my daughter's handwriting. I'm afraid that if what's written here is true, this marriage cannot be allowed to continue. Wow, that's all it took. He just walks away. Ugh, and I almost got away with it too.
Huh?
Not even trying to hide it. He sounds like some second-rate cartoon villain. No point in playing pretend anymore. This game is over the moment they start to doubt you. Later, chumps. Alright. There's no need to follow him. Thank you for delivering this letter.
No.
It was nothing. I'll try talking to my daughter. Allow me to properly thank you another day.
No.
Sure.
For now.
Well, let's go report to the client. It'll just teleport us there, right?
Well?
Oh, okay. What's with the tree? I don't think you have to worry about that arranged marriage anymore. Really? Then my father actually believed me. I think I'll go home now. Thank you so much for everything. Oh yeah, look at
No.
God. Hope it goes well.
No.
We're involved now, so I'd like for her to be
Told
happy.
you so.
Hold on. Oh God, give me a second. Okay. Why do you keep calling me that? What do we get? Nice. No, not that way. Oh, that's right. When reasoning deathmatch sequences shorten or resist abilities recovery time. When combined with Stand By Me 1 and reasoning deathmatch sequences, the assist ability recovers even faster. Why would I want that? I feel like that's bad. Oh, alright. Not much in terms of the skill tree. Keep it clean. Should I hire another housekeeper?
Huh?
I'll boom kill you!
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second.
Oh my
house.
god, what's going on with the
That's
textures?
probably it.
Oh
Let's go
god,
inside.
ignore it. It's not happening.
It's closed, as expected.
Are you sure?
Wait! It looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go. The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense.
I mean, he could just be, working with him.
He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Alright, let's do it. Why does it look like this? Oh, projector, okay.
Halara's hands are smaller and softer than I thought. Considering Halara's strength, I thought they would be bulkier.
Master, is holding hands all it takes to get you hot and heavy? You're making me sad.
No. Though I am curious, is Halara a man or a woman?
What's wrong?
This is like the third time this is coming up.
Not at all. I guess it'd be pretty rude to ask now.
Locked room mysteries aren't uncommon among all the unsolved cases the WDO deals with. My question to you is, why do you think culprits create these locked room mysteries?
To make it look like the
To draw
victims
attention?
committed suicide?
Correct. By cutting the space off from the outside, the murder is made to look as if the victim killed himself.
I don't know about that.
However, the culprit of the Nailman killings doesn't seem to care about making it appear that way.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
why make it out to be a locked room mystery? I believe the reason lies in the mystical nature of the Nailman and how it bolsters the urban legend's legitimacy. It's locked for the sake of self-branding, making this a rather rare case.
I see.
Master, are you sure you get it?
I do. Maybe.
You seem more interested in chit-chatting than the crime scene. You need to focus on the job before you.
Alright, fine.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery. Yeah.
Even in the past, several books lined in the shelf. I checked, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between then and now.
I see.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here?
I assume this, because that's the second time we've seen that sort of thing, as far as I know. I assume that has something to do with some string that's necessary to lock the doors behind them. That's just a guess, though. Whoops.
Oh my, this is quite nice.
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
What's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the
Yep,
vents.
I had a
like
feeling.
Something scraped against it.
String?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
What the fuck?
You're charging me for it?
I jest. The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against
Yep.
it. Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around.
Yeah, you add to my height. Woohoo.
You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
I'm getting a headache.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right. Huh? What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the Peacekeepers fabricated?
The Peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Aww.
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Oh, toxic rogue, huh?
But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Well, they said they don't like they don't like people, so probably wouldn't be too weird that they like animals.
Oh!
The lamp's light is pointed at the table. It probably wasn't turned on at the time. There's a switch for the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found. There's a huge tank here, but there aren't any fish inside.
However,
Maybe things can't be seen through post-cognition. It doesn't have that ability. The projector is installed in the center of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found. Well, did you find anything unusual? Everything's extremely usual and unrelated to the case. Oh, alright.
What does that mean?
There's an expensive looking landscape painting, but it's tilted. I wonder why. Could this be related to the locked room?
here's
Doubtful. Judging by the marks on the wall, I'd say this painting was hung at an angle. The Peacekeepers must have altered it by mistake during their investigation. How confusing.
Oh!
Several dolls have been nailed to the floor. After the clock tower and the secret club, this makes 3. It doesn't make it any less creepy though. Now that the time has to show fear, or now's not the time to show fear. Investigate thoroughly, find the clues to solve this case. Right. The dolls have nothing in common, and I don't see any unusual markings either. Nothing to do with the case, then. A series of books is arranged neatly on the shelf. There's no indication the books have been moved. I don't think they're related to the case. Let's look somewhere else. Two extraordinarily thick books are placed on the desk. It doesn't look like the books were stacked when the body was found.
Well,
Peacekeepers must have stacked them. Good grief, what a bunch of amateurs. The placement seems to be the only thing that changed. I don't think this will help with the case. Alright.
The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
the owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood. The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways.
What? What? What's that supposed to mean?
But the upper torso wounds are bleeding
Oh,
vertically down
I
towards
see.
waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
So he must have been nailed in the chest area while he was being hung up. And then after he was dead, they nailed him down on the floor. On his
Maybe
lower
the
torso.
upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
Oh, shut up.
That's disturbing. The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and
Duh.
traces of a struggle.
Hey, you.
Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he stricken? But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
Foot marks caused by strangulation and wounds from resisting. There are also string marks on the back of the victim's neck. That seems to be it.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out.
I already figured it out.
Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Helara.
The longer I'm with Helara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Honestly, we're probably rich. And we just don't know it yet.
The next one is the art gallery in
I
Gamma
assume we're like
District.
number
We're
one's
running low on
grandson or
time,
something.
So we must hurry.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Ignore the trees, don't look at them.
So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago, but I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
Did you say something?
That's our Helara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come,
Surprised there's,
I
like,
won't allow time to be wasted.
No alarm or anything.
Wait, please!
No. It's just the same art style.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
Oh yeah.
Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
It's very
As
Danganronpa.
expected, it's the same worshiper. He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the victim's corpse. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Ooh, another locked room mystery. That's more total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yes.
Yo, check, check.
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming. You know,
Cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, there are artworks inside.
Yeah.
The layer of dust on the boxes. It doesn't look like the culprit touched them, meaning they've got nothing to do with the case.
this is...
It's a portrait painting with nails driven into it. This picture really conveys its time period. Maybe the person depicted is an important figure from years ago.
What?
He just looks like a regular old geezer. Oh, that's it?
I'll find out for you.
What say you?
By the way, Halara,
I will not accept any requests to reduce your fee.
that's not what I was going to ask. About your postcognition, what were you able to see before you specialized it as your forte for investigating crime scenes?
What is the point of this question?
Well, I was wondering if you could use your ability to look at my past.
You want to see your lost memories like that? That's against the rules. No fair.
The fact of the matter is, even if I could see your past, the information would not be of any use to you.
Why not?
Why's that?
Psychometry doesn't allow me to pick and choose what to perceive. Rather, I can only see fragments flash by. I cannot consciously access desired information. It's why I trained at the WDO to develop it into a forte specialized for investigations.
Any piece of information would be valuable to me.
To be fair,
If I can get even a little piece of
it
my
took you
memory.
2 days to develop that. You went from flashes of memories to full-on investigations in a forte. Like, it only took you 2 days. You said yourself. How hard could it be?
If you insist, I'll consider it once this investigation is done. How about 100,000 Xian per use?
Let's discuss it later. That sounded cheap to me somehow. My sense of money is getting all messed up.
Well done, Hellara.
This is the last locked room mystery to investigate. There's not much time left.
This is...
Nails are driven into this painting of a young man.
I'm...
I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason. So I'm guessing there's gonna be some spring marks on the nails for this. That's not really the impression I get. Oh, I guess not.
The
Maybe
only
here?
way in or out of here besides the door is this window.
The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through. You should check the window in the present, just to make sure.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but there are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here. This is...
It's a large scenic painting with a doll nailed to it. I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
Yes.
If it's related to the incident, there's probably a reason. Let's assume that much. Here it comes.
A large painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest. But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle. Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting?
So my theory is that they used the key to lock the door behind them, and then with the string leading outside, they just they made the key go all the way back into the this room. Although it doesn't make much sense here since the head of the nail is too big for the key to fit
If
through.
that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is.
place is suspicious.
Oh! It's a sculpture with a sheet over it. The position was the same before and after using post-cognition. We can assume nobody moved it. Oh! There are baskets on top of the shelf. Basically unrelated.
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted. Yeah.
Blank canvas and wooden frame have been placed on the trolley. Nothing seems to have changed between them and then and now. At least that's how it looks to me. It appears unchanged to me as well, meaning there's probably no evidence to be found here.
There are 2 keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff. That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it.
Oh shit.
Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
I guess you wouldn't.
Countered!
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
It's unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation. It may have been like this before the murder. Or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Alright.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
This is all that's left.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Issa Moe. She used her good looks to have relations with many men. The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle.
You noticed as well.
Yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep. This may be the real cause of death.
Or just knocked out unconscious and then strangled. Well, that seems to be it.
That should be enough.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Outside the window?
All right.
fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself, huh? And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Halara is right. This is something I took on myself. I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's the right thing to do as a professional detective.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
I know, but...
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
Oh, right! I'll do it right away.
Outside the window? Could that have anything to do with the locked room?
I wonder what Halara discovered.
You know, I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
Here's the window.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing strange about it.
I see. Try entering through the window.
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
Just try it.
Okay. I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap. I can stick a finger in, but that's it.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Did you not?
No, not at all. What's that about?
Well, the only thing that really tells me is that it couldn't have been help from like a small child or something.
Hey, what are you doing here?
That is not his voice.
Huh? I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait, I'm a peacekeeper.
Huh? Of Amaterasu Corporation?
Yes, of Amaterasu.
You totally fumbled that. You're no good at lying, huh?
What did you say?
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Hey, Halara, are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
I've told
Oh,
you before
please.
that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you. Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure.
Oh, it should be it's now a command, and if you want to see your captured Pokemon, just do my Pokemon, like so.
Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery.
Oh, and they won't appear. Well, you can catch me whenever, but in order to catch a Pokemon those redeems are disabled until one appears. That way you won't accidentally waste it.
So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him,
Oh, it's
there was
removed as a
chance that the
command
person
now.
he
It's
was looking
a
for was
it's a
being
point redeemed
pursued
now.
by the nail man. I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind. And then there was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me started. The coding for this was super annoying, but it took a couple days to get the Pokemon working, because they all have their own catch rates, and each Pokeball has their own catch rate multiplier. There's like a 1 in 4,000 chance a shiny will appear. I had each Pokemon named individually, and then trading is a thing now too, and that took another 2 days to get figured out. That was just a whole mess. Sort of. Yeah, not very good at it, but it took a while. I figured it out. No, I'm not using a software. I had to do this all myself. It's through, well, I mean, I use StreamerBot, but none of that stuff is done for you. You have to like put in the code yourself.
Are you positive you didn't touch
I tried to
anything
look for
inside
something
after unlocking the door?
that would be usable for Twitch, because I thought surely someone's thought of this before, but apparently not. So I guess I'm either the first person to do this, or no one's thought to make it usable, to like make it easy.
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door.
I don't know. I would stay up till like 7 in the morning just banging my head against the keyboard trying to figure out what's going on, like why things aren't working. But the trade thing was the most difficult part.
And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, trading was a huge pain.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve
I
the
was
case.
thinking about letting people battle
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
with like moves and everything and leveling, but that
Time does not wait
will
for you.
take
Our
eternity.
deadline
I
is
am not
approaching.
even gonna consider it. I tried
You hurry
before,
back to the
or
detective
considered it
agency.
before, and it is not worth it.
Huh? What about you?
Worry not. When you're in
For
trouble,
now.
say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
And
I'm still
gone.
learning in that
What are you
like
gonna do, Master?
I only do stuff that I want to do.
We've checked everything we can.
So once I'm
All
done
that's
with the
left
thing
is
I
to point
like,
out the true culprit,
I'm
but-
done with coding.
If only it were that easy. Aw, I have no clue what to do.
Stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
All right, we need to help him.
Thank you.
I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him too.
The only other thing I was considering is making it so that if that you should be able to evolve a certain Pokemon that you list. So first the streamer bot will check to see if you even own that Pokemon, and if you do, it'll then check to see if there is an evolution for it. and I guess you could spend a certain amount of points to evolve it. But
Come on, let's go! Go, go, go!
I'd have to do that manually to like make sure that each Pokemon's evolutions are actually checked properly. That will take forever. So I don't think I'll be doing it.
Fuzzhead will really be in danger.
I forget where to go. No, this way.
Alara seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on, where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
I don't know who it could be, but I know vaguely how they managed to close off the rooms behind them. All right, let's do it. Oh God. God, please don't lag.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired.
So, what I did is, I tried to hound ChatGPT into gathering all the information for the catch rates through Bulbapedia, assuming they were all at 50% health. I had to cross-reference them because it got it wrong multiple times. And eventually it got it right, so I just had to hound it enough times for it to finally give me the right list. And it wouldn't do the whole list all at once, so I could only do 200 Pokemon at a time out of, I don't even remember, 898 Pokemon that I have available. Because I have Gens 1 through 8 and all their shiny counterparts, and all of their icons or whatever. That part was easy, just getting I found a database where it had every single sprite, some of which were GIFs, so they actually look natural. But, and they all have transparency enabled, so it turned out great.
Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then. Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
They just shuffle towards him.
Woo! Yuma! I knew you'd save
Thanks.
me!
And you are.
It's so satisfying when it finally worked, because it was just hours and hours and hours of not working, and once I finally heard the sound effect of a Pokemon getting caught and everything working in one swoop, I'm like, yes! Finally! Holy shit!
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being. Please?
Yeah, we can always just lie to them.
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still.
Please! get my dad back from them! Please!
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I mean, you also said it's necessary to lie, so I could just lie and still do it.
I can't back down now. The Nailman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth.
Huh?
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
But... Please, wait! Before you go! Please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death. All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate. Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
Is this where we go into the maze?
What? Wait, please listen to me!
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right! Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
She gets shot.
Halara, you came for me!
As I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town, we're...
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to you.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church. And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's no room to mess up here, you know?
Well... What do I do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to
Ow.
solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The Peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the Mystery Labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's always a price to pay. When I reap the soul of the true culprit, the Mystery Labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the Mystery Labyrinth also perishes.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? Don't you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the Peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
No, not this again.
What?
Oh, you can see her too now?
What's this? Has time stopped?
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
You knew this would happen?
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't a one-way street.
Ah.
You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well. Halara wandered into the Mystery Labyrinth because of that effect, I think.
You're not even sure?
Who are you?
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it. So I'll make that roll over the Master! Rabbit hole we go!
Whoops.
Where am I?
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain. And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this. Who are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the Mystery Labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
On to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman? We were pursuing that case together?
What's going on?
You don't remember? There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help. The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
You remember the exact amount.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something. My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
Could that be?
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara?
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon. That's unfortunate, but it's still nice to have an ally.
Hey, Master, before we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh?
Oh, right.
What thing?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, that thing. She's probably just excited that she gets to show this off again to another person.
Well, this world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your progress through the Mystery Labyrinth?
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too.
Oh gosh.
That was a lot. Here you go.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Sorry, please.
Oh
don't mind
my.
her.
All right, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth. But what happens to us if we can't find it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
What?
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind. Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth. And you vanish entirely. In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Oh, relax. Quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Hellara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
Yeah, I guess.
You're taking this awfully well, Hellara.
Yes, this is very much like Persona.
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes.
It's like Danganronpa and Persona mashed together, minus the combat.
I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
And the, what's it called? They like getting in relationships with people.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
Let's solve this thing! Are you going to the 4th locked room?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The 4th locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah. There were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls.
Wow, great deduction, Hellara.
It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
What?
Given how it was locked from the inside, I doubt the culprit escaped through the door.
That's it. They cannot escape through the door.
Here! It has to be here!
The culprit must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
Right, let's try it.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Wow, nice hair.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help! Ah!
Uh-oh. Okay.
Hey, don't drag me down with you!
We can't leave it
A little too late.
Laura. It would be downright unmannerly.
Ow.
It's so simple.
Oh, press the correct button when you think you have the correct answer to the questions the mystery phantom throws at you.
This might be
Attacks are going to keep
a
coming,
tough
so
for
if you think the
Master.
answer is wrong, hold steady and wait for the next attack.
Yuma, the mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all.
Yeah, a
You
rope.
must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Master, concentrate.
What did the culprit use? Okay.
Must be it!
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
Yeah, its catch rate's pretty high. Or low. What traces did using the rope leave behind? Nope. Nope. Yep.
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
were they originally?
Don't worry.
Safety
I'm right
line,
here with you.
rope ladder,
In
a
spirit,
rope
right?
ladder.
Ow. We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape.
Definitely been more than a minute. That's something that I have to look into because sometimes
The details of the case are still unclear to me.
Pokemon doesn't run away in
Was this
time.
found in the church's incinerator?
Hang on. There.
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom,
Yeah.
it would have been one long single rope, which they
I
could easily
see.
pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it? That doesn't change our verdict at all. The Watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
Yeah!
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The Watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
No, I meant to switch. Yes, I know. Okay. Afraid of heights. Door was locked.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The Watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
Oops.
The Watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the
truth! The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
Damn you!
It's not really concrete evidence, though.
You said these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
Wow, right deduction, Halara.
I don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
Oh God, my eyes. Jesus.
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Halara. So no, you can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case.
I feel like Halara should be smart enough to figure out that this pact I made is the reason I have amnesia.
Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
Nope.
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn? Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it?
Well, you already did.
Check it out! A new solution key!
We're back to the original spot.
So we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit, which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't ya?
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
No,
I
not.
can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Let's see.
Well, I'm not most confident with one, but could start an order. Well, what was 2? 2 was 3 was the art gallery. 2 was the mansion. 1 is the bar. Let's just do 1.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the first locked room?
Yep.
Oh, trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
Where did the culprit flee from?
This is where I used Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Here! I know! What about the vent?
Well, that was easy.
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Why?
Master! Poking full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course!
What does that mean?
How ludicrous. They used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it.
I'll slash through this mystery! Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah. Without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never
Don't
be
say
considered
that.
a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is?
Don't worry about at it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it.
I mean, it might help in the future.
There it is! Another treasure! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me! Alright, another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone thin.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training. Alright, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms!
Alright, let's go to 2.
The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion. The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the second locked room?
There are dolls nailed across the room.
Oh.
The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other Nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
What if either it's one person or everyone in that church is guilty?
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was found, and the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through. So how did the culprit escape from here?
What did I just... What? Oh, they just hid?
Here! This has to be the spot! To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over.
Bring.
We should...
Huh? Looks like we're locked out.
What?
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
Because of the culprit, thrown in, thrown away, taken home. I don't think it was probably taken home.
This must be it.
I mean, there were multiple keys. Okay.
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped, but nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse. I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in?
Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key.
But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor. So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Let's work together.
Culprit used a blank to move the body. String. Oh fuck!
That's right!
Man, what a reward. God damn it. This fucking game.
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
That deduction is wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor, which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time? Huh? The door!
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is, because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Yeah.
Okay. Doll is made of resin, not porcelain. It looks like a thin string rubbed against the inner corners of the eyes. The key to the mansion's study, there are no copies of this master key, was found underneath the body. The blood from the nails driven into the upper and lower body is flowing in different directions. Bloodstain would not look like this if the corpse was laying face up.
Your deduction is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
Slash through this mystery! No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered. What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre blood stain
rotated.
holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
Master, we gotta chase after the door! It's getting further away!
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
What position was the corpse in before it was moved? Ah, I see.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
What was used to sit the body upright? I...
The string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
Why was the corpse laying on its back? Back at the time of the discovering?
The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this!
Right.
Uh-oh.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master! Blood place is suspicious. You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Maybe you got the order wrong. First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a... Maybe you got the order wrong. First,
What?
You need...
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
Oh, I see. So he tied one end here. It ran through the doll. It ran through the body to keep it upright, and then it ran back out the what's it called? The vent again. So once he was done, he just untied one end and then the other and just pulled it all the way through.
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye. And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else. Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. Here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
Then back here, right?
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next... The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And
But
then...
that's tough, because then that means that he only had one chance to throw the key, and if he missed, he's like, well, fuck, it didn't land under the body. This was all for nothing. The culprit took it home. This was all for nothing.
The key was thrown through the gap in the vent. If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
Yeah, use the string to guide the key down. And since it wasn't tied, he could just simply pull the line out.
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body, but the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
Ooh.
Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it. Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
Last one.
Let's solve the rest.
Right.
The third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginma district. Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the third locked room?
Hey, a lot of these are pretty hard to catch. Surprisingly, Eternatus, I think, has like a 60% chance or 40, I forget. It's like fairly high for a legendary.
Room again?
This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee. At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room. Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through. How did the culprit vanish from here? Here! I don't think the culprit could have escaped from here.
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the door.
Maybe they didn't go out.
I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after committing the crime.
The culprit just used copy of the key? Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
Well, there are only 2 keys to the storage space, and the design makes them impossible to duplicate. I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right? And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Right? Oh, that's totally it.
I see. I suppose you could call it that. Hey, Yuma, can you go check outside of that window?
Oh, just like before.
Before?
Yeah, you made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
Huh? Wait, did you already solve this mystery?
You haven't? How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
All right, let's go see.
Hey, didn't you already check this in the real world? What?
Halara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue outside that window.
Hey! Maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, the key would be found inside. Well, how about that theory?
Uh-oh.
Is this the storage key?
Which means... this one's a freebie! I was right! Just toss it in there, Master!
The culprit threw the key inside? Is that really the right answer?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Master, hurry up and throw the key!
No.
Your footing's crumbling away! You're gonna fall!
That's the right answer?
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in. The key was nailed to a painting. That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, how is the key left in the room?
If you can't nail the key after throwing it...
You're back. The key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Master! You got the doll and nail!
I see. So you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
Yeah, I'm gonna solve this.
Good luck, Master! You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
All I...
There are a few things you have to do, but first, wasn't the doll you just obtained used somewhere?
Used somewhere? A steel ladder? Door? Painting? Oh, right. Painting.
All right, first, take the painting.
Oh.
Wait, it's too early for that step. The key will be nailed to the painting at the end.
culprit nailed the doll onto the painting. Next, both were stood up at a certain location. The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window. After that... Then the culprit went outside. The door was locked, and they went to the other side of the storage room. I can see the painting and doll through the window, but I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then...
No. Think about the state the corpse was in at the time of discovery. The key wasn't just hanging on it. What's the next step?
The culprit nailed the key to the painting, along with the doll from outside the window. Finally...
Why is it being weird? There we go.
I pushed the painting into the room. It completes the locked room mystery. This is how the culprit did it.
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious. So to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by... Wait, you mean me? Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
How would you decide that?
Like this. I'm the meanest. Let's check out this treasure. Huh?
What's wrong?
It's empty.
Huh? Why? After all we went through to solve this locked room.
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's terrible. I suddenly feel so tired.
We can't call it quits. We gotta keep going. That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team, don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here? I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask, who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
The true culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
You sure are honest.
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
Aww.
All right, I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's guilty. My heart's pounding.
Who's the culprit? Figure it out and hit him with the dramatic finger point. Make the right choice and you'll reveal a new truth. I don't know.
I'm not the nail man!
I'm not the culprit! I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the nail man!
How did you injure your arm? They said that her right arm was dominant, but I can't really figure out how that's relevant to this. I don't really know anything else about these guys.
How can I be the nail man?
We'll try you.
Nail man!
No, I guess not.
Don't make me kill your ass!
That's what the
Considering all
nail
evidence
man would
gathered
say.
So far, only one person can be the nail man.
I'm not the nail man!
Okay, you're injured, so I guess that's the reason why it can't be you. Can't be him because he can't fit through the that vent.
I'm not the culprit!
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the culprit!
He's the only one with the
culprit?
keys.
Is you, Father.
He's the only one that has the keys to access the incinerator.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible. How dare you spew such nonsense?
Right! Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective. Go on and boom kill him.
I'm a man of the cloth.
Yeah, you sure are.
It's total blasphemy! I am not the nail man. That's it! The first one to discover the bodies.
The mailman is the worshiper!
This is the truth! The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member. So he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up! Shut up! Ridiculous!
Member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crime.
Slash through this mystery! Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No! Absolute lies!
Okay, what do we got? All strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized. Mentioned floor plan and a photo of the locked room mystery both received from Halara. Fishing line, probably this.
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb.
It couldn't be this.
And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God. It's clear she's the root soul.
But...
Probably this one.
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb. And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God. It's clear she's the root of the soul.
Fuck.
Say,
no.
then...
The nun!
Oh, I see.
Must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
This is the truth! In the mansion study's locked room, the culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim. With her dominant hand injured, the nun couldn't have done that, which means she's not the culprit.
Got him.
It It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one option left. Father, it's you. You are the nail man.
Hey, say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well...
You're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
Oh, you look like it.
What god would make you this ugly?
All your proof is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Hard evidence?
But Master, you do! It's easy.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is... I don't know. What do I do? What do I...
What?
A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods.
What do you mean?
In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
Oh, man. Suspicious footprints facing the wall. The information was obtained from the church. Nails driven into the portrait, perhaps in place of a doll.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof? Did you find my fingerprints?
Yeah.
What about footprint? Yeah, I fucking did. Or I guess that wasn't the right one to cut down.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy!
No, I didn't mean to slash that one. God damn it.
No.
Yes, I know. God damn
Enough
it.
with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say
Whoops.
is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof? Culprit. Did you find my fingerprints? Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence!
This is the truth! You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator!
You gave yourself away.
I swear, I only enacted justice. in the name of God.
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Kanai Ward is rotten to the core. To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
The priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead. What is awesome?
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over? Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh? It's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Meaning the Nailman didn't work alone.
You mean there's another culprit? But...
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very
touching
end.
me.
No mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
Oh, all right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
Oh God.
Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different?
Oh God, please stop lagging.
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
I'm guessing the clock tower?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master, lay it all out.
No, that has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Yeah, got it.
The...
No, that has nothing to do...
What? The first one?
No, that has no...
What? Why this one? How is this third one any different? This locked room is different from the others because of the victims.
Tick tock, tick tock.
back of the female's corpse had a blunt force trauma.
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Death?
That's right. Nice. Nice. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Oh my.
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
Oh god.
Here's another obstacle, but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Right.
Why was the cause of Why was the cause of death made to look like strangulation?
Right here!
The strangulation was faked to imply this crime
Oh
had the
god,
same
please.
perpetrator as the other three incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the nailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree. Among the string of nailman killings, there could be some that were done by
Sadly, it's not the PNG model. It's just
the emulator struggles sometimes. Oh shit, you actually got me.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains, even after discovering the nailman's identity.
I mean, my Switch hardware.
So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed. We need to uncover this imposter's identity.
All right.
the kid. Why is the kid in there? Aww.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
I love her. She's cute.
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with it.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal?
No, it's not me.
I need more information though. Alright, I would like to go back to my clues, but So that was at the art museum. I do, I have like a 10% chance.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
I really doubt it's him.
No.
I really doubt it's him too.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal?
No, it's not me.
No, I guess not.
Good.
The culprit can only be the copycat by having info about the other crime scenes. So it has to be that person.
No.
Really? Him?
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the Nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me?
I guess that makes sense because he's the only one who knows about the details.
I'll crush you to dust! You fell!
Oh yeah, that's true because the cause of death was never publicized. And he's the only one who was there every time, so he's the only one who knows the nature of each death. He looks like Spamton.
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
Oh, that was close.
Even if there was a copycat
Oh, come
criminal,
on.
why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it!
I'll slash through
Oh,
this
okay.
mystery. The cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the Nailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you! You could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
The what?
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliche.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the mailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else. Ultimately, he became the mailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
Go away! I won't let you! You have the truth!
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth. Master, don't let your guard down.
Yeah.
Oh god, don't lag this time. Okay, good. Oh no, not again! This scene always struggles for some reason. Even though it's pre-rendered. Oh my god, it's lagging even worse than last time. Okay.
Let's do this, Master.
I think we're okay now.
You will never destroy this board! Damn you! Stop it! Shut up! Damn this! Stop with your lies! Everything was done by the nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then! You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Thanks to Halara's forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to find him!
Wrong! Shut up! Stop it! Get away from me! Why you? Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene! No clue will help lead you to the culprit! You're never gonna find the culprit! What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered!
What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
Alara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery's staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit. This is the truth of the case.
My eyes!
Master, finish him! Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
Oh yeah, for some reason there's no audio here, just... Alright, let's do it. Kanai Ward urban legend, the mysterious Nailman. Incidents caused by the Nailman. The Nailman nails down corpses. The victim of the first incident. The culprit completes his crime at the secret club. The key was in the glass. Looks upward. Whoops. No, fuck off. I didn't mean to pick that already. The culprit escaped through the vent. Climbs up to the vent. Using the nails for footing, culprit exits through the vent. The secret club became a locked room. The victim of a second incident. Begin creating the locked room trick. Ties the fishing line to the vent, moves to the wall. Culprit creates the trick. The culprit passed the line through. Back of the corpse's neck. What? What? Oh. Under the back of the corpse's neck last, triangular formation of the line is completed. Leaves the room taking the chair, locks the door to the room. He is thrown through the vent. The key lands near the corpse. Retrieves the line, the corpse's upper body falls over. The mansion's study became a locked room. The third incident occurred in the art gallery storage. The culprit nails a doll to the painting. The painting is moved. The painting with the doll is placed facing the window, locks the room and exits. Moves to the rear entrance of the art gallery storage. Painting is propped up against the window. The doll is nailed down from the outside. The painting is knocked over. The art gallery room became a locked room. And the key was nailed to the doll on the painting. Fourth incident occurred at the clock tower. The murdered woman. Culprit prepares a rope ladder, opens the shutter. Hangs the rope ladder out of the window, begins escaping from the shutters. The culprit climbs down the rope ladder. The rope ladder is cut with a knife in sequence. Continues to smoothly descend. Pulls the rope ladder, now just a rope. The shutters were open enough for the rope. The shutters close under their own weight and lock. The culprit leaves the clock tower and used the furnace to destroy the evidence. All right.
Step right up, step right up! A series of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nail Man? Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nail Man is first. The Nail Man is an urban legend of Kanai Ward. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nail Man will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass, and the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward!
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it. throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Gima District.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Kanai Ward.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master!
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy!
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And someone affiliated with the church.
The priest! You're the mailman!
And the copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
The Worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
No! Impossible!
This is the truth of the case!
Oh no, you got us!
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring me. But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective.
Yeah, and another step towards debt.
That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Really, Halara? You do?
Aw. Does that mean I still owe you money?
Alright, all eyes on Shinigami!
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for! Time to boom kill the bad guy! Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth! Luminous darkness shining rainbow glorious stellar spiral! Thou presto grad
What? What's that sound? Okay.
Father?
Are you all right?
What's going on? What happened to those two?
There's no pulse. They're dead!
How do you know there's no pulse? Oh, wait. I thought that was the other one who stepped forward.
Dead?
What? What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
Oh, does she not remember what happened?
The mystery labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true culprit. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it. I knew this would happen, but it still hurts to see someone die before my eyes. It's like I killed them myself. No, I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that, right? These were the souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it that way, there's nothing to feel bad about at all.
It's not so simple when it comes to people dying.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Hey, hold on! I have no idea what's going on here. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters. Follow me there immediately.
Is it just me, or are things more complicated now than before entering the mystery labyrinth?
Yeah, I mean, they're dead now. I don't know how that's gonna help us.
Oh, you want help? Are you going to rely on me again? Oh, fine. I can't say no when you ask for help.
What? Huh?
Everyone!
Ah! He came back to life!
Sorry about that. You see, I'm actually the nail maker.
What?
These are my final words, so I can't lie.
What the fuck?
The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
I
Wow.
didn't know you could do that. But that was a super lazy confession. Will it work?
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is closed.
The priest mumbled something, but I couldn't quite hear him. Anyway, everyone here will be taken to Amaterasu Corporation at once.
What?
It wasn't effective at all.
He's so stubborn. This is why I hate authority.
What do we do?
Wait, I hear something.
Huh? What now?
A motorbike. Something is heading this way at an alarming speed.
It can't be.
Where is that coming from?
Who are you two?
What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I
The
am?
hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
Have they just seen James?
Peacekeeper's director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small fry.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
Alright.
What's with him?
Master, be careful. This Yomi guy is dangerous.
How do you know?
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
He's that bad?
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely...
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment. Is that right?
Huh?
Director Yomi, what is going on here? Why am I...
We have discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church. We now know why you were so desperate to clean up all the Nailman killings. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the Nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth, for the sake of the peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Taking advantage of your position as a peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
But...
Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. so annoyed. I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
Okay.
It's terrible. Like a lizard cutting off its own tail to survive.
Someone like him is in charge of the Peacekeepers?
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either. If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it's probably too late for that.
Well then. To our shit-for-brains friends playing detective. Looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. Or I'll need you to die!
Alright.
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the Peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Annoying little shits.
Damn!
Wow. That's not very nice.
Let's go, my beloved right hand.
Yes, Director Yomi.
Looks like we've been targeted by someone dangerous.
Yeah, thanks to you! One wrong move and it would have been all over. You got that?
I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, all he did is tell us to run a quick errand.
No buts! None! How did this happen anyway?
A good question.
Laura, help me out. Please explain what happened. You said you acknowledged me as a detective, didn't you?
What? When did I say that?
Huh?
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that happens in the Mystery Labyrinth gets forgotten.
What?
Halara's memory must have been wiped after entering and leaving the labyrinth. Nothing inside the Mystery Labyrinth can be taken into the real world. Not even memories. Unless you have a contract with yours truly, that is.
But I thought Halara and I had finally reached an understanding.
Memories from up until you enter the Mystery Labyrinth are retained, like the debt you owe for your assignment.
That's awful!
Hey, Yuma? Are you listening? You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you sure the Peacekeepers didn't mess with it?
What? Seriously? I have to go back and repair it! Yuma, help me out! Follow me!
It was supposed to be time for you to reveal the solution, but we've ended up in quite the mess.
Huh? Yeah.
This is my first time dealing with the true culprit dying before they could be accused. But I recall how you did your best to try and solve the case.
Huh?
You should be proud.
Halara.
Look, the chief is calling for you. You should go.
Right. Thank you.
Oh.
Are you serious?
A Peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
What about the priest being the nailman?
It's going to be publicly announced as the truth. It appears the priest's strong desire to save others turned him into the nailman. He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those nails in the forest, and decided he needed to save them. That was the motive, though it could all be a story made up by the Peacekeepers.
So what about the kitty cat criminal?
You mean the copycat?
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it out of admiration for the real Nail Man.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself? None of this really makes any sense.
That sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
It was me! I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
It would make more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without batting an eye.
Yomi Hellsmile, the director of the Peacekeepers, the leader of our enemy.
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, it was a motorcycle.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeepers' influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. There's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal? How scary.
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. When that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs. If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret? We still know nothing about it, huh?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nailman incident.
Why am I just kneeling on the floor?
What could be?
Sheesh, so much to deal with. This sounds exhausting.
Didn't I tell you that from the start?
We have to obey directives from number 1, no matter how difficult they are.
We got some very talented
Oh, there it is
detectives
again.
gathered here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So much. No, everything changes from now on. Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. I'm so stressed I could die. Oh wait, but I can't die.
Do we have a visitor? That's rare. Yuma, can you go get it?
Sure.
Oh. How did you find us?
It's you.
My dad is back safe at home. It's all thanks to you. Thank you for helping us.
So cute.
No, I just... Well, I'm happy for you.
Aw, look at you getting thanked. You were on your knees just a moment ago.
Be quiet.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
What is it?
Did someone else die or something?
Will you play catch with me?
Aww.
Huh? Catch? But it's raining. Actually, sure. Let's play. The unending rain. My memories still seem like faraway raindrops. My hands still have yet to grasp a single thing. I'm still lost. Is it all right for me to be here? But with the worn baseball gripped in my hand, my heart somehow feels lighter. Why I wanted to be a detective. It could have been for the sake of something so small that it fits in my hand. Maybe I should give myself credit for this small realization. So, for just a bit longer, I think I'll keep pretending to be a detective.
All right. I think that's where I'll end it for today. Good, almost 4-hour stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to start what's it called? Little Nightmares. Oh, thanks. Yes. All right. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.